Have you ever noticed how a single candle can make an entire room feel alive? You strike the match, and suddenly the darkness breathes. The flame dances, soft yet full of power, and somehow you feel its warmth not just on your skin, but somewhere deep inside your chest. It's almost like the light remembers you, and you remember it. Why does that happen? Why does the sight of fire awaken something ancient inside us, something sacred, something older than words? Fire isn't just a force of nature. It's a reflection of what we are: alive, fragile, ever-changing. It's a mirror of the soul, a living reminder that destruction and creation are not enemies, but twins born from the same spark. From the very beginning of human time, before cities, before stories, before even language, we gathered around the fire. It wasn't only for warmth or protection, it was for connection. We stared into the flames and felt something move within us, a kind of understanding that light and life were somehow the same. Think about it. Every generation before you has done this exact same thing. They've watched the fire, they've felt its pull, they've whispered their dreams and fears into its glow. Somewhere in that orange dance, they saw themselves fragile, fleeting, yet somehow eternal. Carl Jung once said, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely." And maybe that's why we're drawn to fire, because fire accepts everything. It does not judge. It consumes what is given, the pure, the impure, the broken, the beautiful, and transforms it all into light. When we stare into fire, we're not just watching something burn. We're watching transformation happen before our eyes. The flame takes what was once solid, once ordinary, and turns it into something radiant, something free. Isn't that what we all want in our own lives? To take everything we are, the mistakes, the scars, the moments of love and loss, and turn them into something that glows. So today, I want to invite you to meet 3 sacred flames. These aren't flames you can touch or hold. They live inside you. They have always been there, flickering quietly in the dark corners of your heart, waiting for you to notice them. Each one carries a message, a truth from your inner fire. The first flame burns with courage. It's the fire that rises in you when everything feels uncertain. It's the light that whispers, "Go on," when the world tells you to stop. This flame doesn't roar, it glows steadily, like a quiet promise. You can feel it in moments when you face something that scares you and choose to do it anyway. That's courage, not the absence of fear, but the decision to move through it. The second flame glows with love. It's softer, warmer, and endlessly patient. It's the fire that reminds you that you belong, not because of what you achieve or prove, but simply because you exist. It's the flame that teaches you to forgive, to understand, to see beauty even in what's broken. Love's fire doesn't demand, it radiates. It lights up the spaces where shadows once lived. And then there's the third flame, the one that hums softly with silence. It doesn't crackle or blaze. It simply exists. This is the flame of awareness, of stillness. It's the quiet fire that lives in the space between your thoughts, in the breath between words. When you close your eyes and let the noise of the world fade away, this flame begins to speak. It doesn't use language. It uses presence. It reminds you that you are not the storm. You are the sky that holds it. Courage, love, and silence. 3 flames, 3 truths, 1 fire. They are not separate, not really. They are movements of the same divine energy that animates everything. The will to live, the will to connect, and the will to understand. Now, take a deep breath. Let the air fill your lungs and feel your chest rise and fall. Imagine the 3 flames before you. Don't analyze. Don't try to control it. Just feel. See how they move, how the light shifts and shimmers. One burns bright and fierce, like the heartbeat of a warrior. One glows warm and golden, like the embrace of someone you love. And one flickers softly, almost invisible, yet steady, like a calm knowing deep in your soul. Which one draws your gaze? Which flame seems to pulse in rhythm with your heartbeat? Maybe it's the flame of courage, calling you to face something you've been avoiding, to speak a truth you've been holding back. Maybe it's the flame of love, asking you to open your heart again, to trust that even after pain, beauty can return. Or maybe it's the flame of silence, inviting you to stop running, to be still, to listen to the quiet voice inside that says, "You are enough." Whichever flame speaks to you right now, let it. Don't rush, don't judge, just breathe and watch. Because the truth is, these flames have always been a part of you. They are the light of your own becoming. When life feels too heavy, when darkness creeps in, when you forget who you are, this fire remains. It doesn't leave. It waits patiently for you to remember. That's what fire teaches us: to burn, to release, to transform, to let go of what no longer serves us so something new can rise from the ashes. If you close your eyes now, you can almost hear it, the crackle, the whisper, the ancient song of creation itself. It's saying, you were born of light. You are meant to shine. Every time you look at a flame, whether it's a candle on your table, a campfire under the stars, or even the glow of a sunrise, remember this: fire is a reminder of your own spirit. You too carry warmth. You too can light the dark. The world needs that light. It needs your courage, your love, your silence. It needs your presence, your ability to see beauty even in chaos, to find meaning in every flicker of change. So tonight, or whenever you can, light a single candle. Watch it closely. Let it remind you that your own flame never truly goes out. It may dim, it may waver, but it always finds its way back. Because you are the fire, not separate from it, but made of it. You are both the spark and the glow, the burning and the becoming. And in that truth lies something sacred, something eternal. So take another breath, feel the warmth on your skin, and whisper to yourself, I am the flame, I am the light, I am alive. There's a flame inside you that never truly goes out. You might not always see it, but it's there, glowing quietly in the background, waiting for the moment you need it most. It's the flame of courage, not the kind that shouts or shows off, but the kind that stands up even when your hands shake and your heart races. Courage isn't about being fearless. It's about walking forward even when fear is whispering in your ear. It's that small voice that says, try again, after you've fallen. It's the light that flickers in the middle of darkness, reminding you that you've survived before and you can survive again. Think about the times you've faced something that scared you, a decision, a loss, a change that you didn't ask for. Maybe you felt like everything was falling apart, like you couldn't take another step. But somehow you did. Somehow, something deep inside of you rose up and said, keep going. That was your flame of courage speaking. This flame isn't loud, but it's powerful. It lives in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when you choose to get out of bed after a night of tears, when you speak your truth, even if your voice trembles, when you forgive someone who never said sorry. That's courage in its purest form. Courage is not about winning battles or proving strength. It's about showing up, raw, real, and imperfect. It's looking fear in the eyes and saying, you don't get to decide who I am. It's choosing growth over comfort, truth over approval, and faith over doubt. Sometimes courage looks like standing tall. Other times, it looks like falling apart and trusting that you'll rise again. Because real courage isn't always beautiful. Sometimes it's messy, shaky, and full of tears. But it's real, and it's yours. The flame of courage reminds you that within every challenge, there's a spark of transformation. Every obstacle you face is an invitation to discover what you're truly capable of. When life tests you, it's not trying to break you. It's trying to reveal the fire that's been waiting inside all along. So, take a deep breath. Feel the weight of everything you've carried. Then, imagine that small, steady flame inside your chest, glowing, pulsing, alive. Let it remind you that you are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, and more resilient than you've ever realized. Because the truth is, courage has always been a part of you. You don't need to find it. You only need to remember it. And when you do, you'll see that even in your darkest moments, your light has never left. It was there all along, waiting to rise again.
There is a gentle fire inside you that keeps the world soft. It doesn't roar or demand attention. Instead, it warms without asking, a quiet glow that finds the corners others miss. This is the flame of love. It is not dramatic or flashy. It is patient, persistent, and endlessly kind. Love's flame is the part of you that sees the small things, the way someone's hands tremble when they're afraid, the way a laugh can hide a tiredness underneath. It is the light that stays when everyone else has left, the whisper that says, "You are not alone." When you open to it, you feel the world become tender. Colors soften. Noise becomes background. Even hard edges round themselves just enough to breathe. You might have been hurt by love before. Maybe you gave everything and felt empty after. Maybe you trusted and were met with coldness. That pain doesn't make you weak. It makes your flame more real. Love that's been tested is not fragile. It is seasoned, patient, and brave in ways people rarely notice. It has learned to hold both joy and grief without choosing between them. This flame doesn't live by grand gestures. It lives in the small, steady choices. Showing up when someone needs a hand. Listening without rushing to fix. Forgiving, even when the wound still stings. It's in the letter you never sent. The meal you prepare for someone who is tired. The message you send just to say you were thinking of them. These are not small acts. They are the practice of love, practiced over and over until it becomes your natural rhythm. Love's flame also asks you to notice yourself. Caring for others is sacred, but you are not meant to be hollowed out in the name of kindness. To keep your flame alive, you must let it be fed by rest, by honest boundaries, by saying no when your cup is empty. Self-care is not selfish. It is a way to keep your light capable of warming others without burning out.
When your flame of love is strong, you begin to see connection everywhere. Strangers become stories you respect. Old hurts become teachers. The world loosens its grip on fear, and you notice beauty in places you once passed by without seeing. You become someone who tends the quiet places, who remembers birthdays and calls, who holds space when words fail. Sometimes love asks for courage. It asks you to speak the truth even when it may not be returned. It asks you to stay when leaving seems easier, or to leave when staying would mean losing yourself. These moments feel risky, but they are also where love proves itself, not as ownership, but as freedom. True love frees. It does not hold like a chain. It holds like a steady hand. If you close your eyes now, imagine that soft glow within your chest. Feel it broaden, not blinding you, but opening you. Let it remind you that even after loss, even after disappointment, your capacity to love remains. It is a compass, not a contract. It will guide you toward tenderness, toward truth, toward the quiet choices that stitch a life together. Light this flame gently every day. Protect it, feed it, and let it teach you how to live with an open heart. The world needs your warmth. Your love matters in ways you cannot measure. Keep that gentle fire alive, and you will find that the places you touch begin to glow with life.
There is a quiet flame inside you that doesn't demand attention. It doesn't crackle or roar. It simply holds space. This is the flame of silence. It is the soft, steady presence beneath the noise, the calm center that lets everything else settle into place. When you sit with this flame, the world slows down. Thoughts stop sprinting. Your breath becomes a rhythm you can follow. In that stillness, you begin to hear things you never noticed before. The subtle truth beneath a sentence, the feeling hiding behind a smile, the gentle thread that connects moments together. Silence is not emptiness. It is a listening that understands without needing to reply. You may have learned to avoid silence because it felt too loud with old pain or uncomfortable truths. But this flame is different. It is kind. It holds your edges without pressure. It teaches you that being still is not giving up. It is gathering strength, tuning in, and honoring what is true for you in a way that words often cannot. The challenge of this flame is to let it shine without hiding. It is easy to retreat into silence and never return. Wisdom that remains locked inside becomes lonely. Your gift is to sit with what you know and then bring it gently into the world. Speak when necessary, act when called, but always return to that quiet place to be renewed. If you close your eyes and breathe, you can find it again, that steady glow within. Let it remind you to slow down, to listen more, and to trust the wisdom that grows in the hush. The flame of silence is not absence, it is presence refined. Keep it alive, and you will find that even the softest light can guide the way.
No matter which flame you felt most drawn to, there is an essential truth waiting for you. They are not separate fires, but movements of a single living flame inside you. Courage, love, and silence are three faces of the same inner heat. Together, they form the one fire that warms your life, guides your choices, and holds the map of who you are becoming. Think of it this way: courage without tenderness can become harsh. Love without boundaries can burn you out. Silence without action can become a hiding place. But when these three burn together, they balance one another. Courage lends spine to love. Love softens courage into compassion. Silence tempers both, offering the rest and clarity that keeps the fire from raging out of control. This is not theory. It is a practical way to live. It is the process of being whole. Carl Jung called this unity the self. It is not a destination to arrive at once and then forget. It is a daily practice of bringing different parts of yourself into the light, listening to them, and letting them inform each other. Individuation is the quiet work of learning how your bravery, your tenderness, and your stillness can work together rather than at odds. It is showing up as a person who can act with courage, love with wisdom, and remain silent long enough to hear what matters most. You don't need to split yourself into compartments. You don't have to choose one flame and deny the others. When you respond to life from the whole fire, your choices feel truer. You act from integrity. You love without losing yourself. You speak and stay silent with equal skill. The world becomes less of a battleground and more of a field where you practice balance. How do you tend this one fire? Start small. Notice which flame is stronger today and which is dimmer. If you find your courage burning too bright, breathe into softness. Let compassion and patience cool the heat so your actions become wiser. If your love is burning low, offer yourself care and gentle boundaries so it can gather fuel. If silence has become a place of avoidance, let courage and love pull you back into engagement. Daily rituals help. A breath before a response,
a pause before a decision, an honest moment of self-check. Am I moving from fear, from desire, or from truth? Keep a simple question with you. Which flame needs tending right now? The answer will change from day to day, and that's exactly how it should be. Remember that integration is both gentle and brave. It asks you to be real with yourself and others, to bring shadow and light into a shared space. It asks you to forgive when you fail, to rest when you are tired, and to act when the moment calls for it. This is not perfection. It is practice. It is the steady tending of a single flame that refuses to die. So when you feel unsteady, return to the image of one fire inside you, composed of courage, love, and silence. Let that image remind you that you are not fragmented. You are a whole being, learning to breathe in harmony. Let the flames teach you how to move through life with presence, with warmth, and with clarity. Take a breath now. Feel your inner flame. Know that whatever you need, bravery, tenderness, or quiet, you already carry. Nurture the one fire, and it will guide you home.